After the tragic death of Netiam, the Sully family begins to fall apart emotionally. Jake Sully loses hope and questions whether the war against the humans is worth the pain it keeps causing. Neytiri becomes consumed by anger and hatred toward all humans, including Spider at times, while Loic secretly blames himself for his brother's death and feels abandoned by his father. The family continues living among the reef-dwelling Metcaine clan. Around this time, Spider's breathing equipment starts failing repeatedly. Jake and Neytiri fear he could die if his oxygen fully runs out, so they decide to send him back to the human science camp called High Camp, where Norm, Spellman, and the scientists can protect him. So the Sullys travel with the Wind Traders, peaceful sky-traveling Na'vi merchants who move between clans using giant floating ships pulled by massive flying creatures. And during the journey, the Sullys are attacked by the Mangquan clan, also known as the Ash People, a violent Na'vi tribe hardened by life among volcanic ash and lava. Led by the ruthless Varang, the Ash People destroy the traders' ships, separate the Sully family, and push everyone into chaos. Neytiri is shot in the shoulder by Varang and falls unconscious. Her Ikran carries her back toward High Camp automatically. Jake is captured by Quaritch, and the children escape into the forest with Spider. But Spider's oxygen mask eventually fails, and while he suffocates, Kiri uses her mysterious spiritual connection to Awa to transform Spider's body, allowing him to breathe Pandora's air naturally for the first time. When Quaritch learns Spider escaped without backup oxygen mask, he realizes Spider may die quickly. Even though Jake and Quaritch hate each other, they temporarily work together to rescue the kids because they both care about Spider in different ways. The children are later captured by the Ash People, who have completely abandoned Awa's teachings and believe survival only comes through strength and violence. Varang becomes fascinated by human weapons and technology, especially after Quaritch arrives and begins supplying the clan with guns and military equipment in exchange for help capturing Spider. Jake, Neytiri, and the children reunite at High Camp. Meanwhile, scientists discover Spider's body is biologically adapting to Pandora, making him the key to humanity surviving permanently on the planet. General Ardmore sees him as a scientific breakthrough worth exploiting at any cost. As the war grows larger, the Sully family begins breaking under grief and fear. Neytiri believes Spider may need to die to stop the humans from hunting him forever, while Jake refuses to sacrifice him. Loic reaches his emotional breaking point after feeling blamed for Nediam's death. Loic nearly kills himself before Kiri and Tsereya stop and comfort him. Tsereya helps him understand that grief is not same as guilt. Around the same time, Kiri learns the truth about her birth. She was miraculously born through Grace Augustine's avatar body and is directly connected to Awa itself, explaining her incredible spiritual powers. Kiri and Spider grow closer as Spider learns how to live as part of Pandora. Their bond eventually turns romantic, but peace does not last long. The RDA and Ash People launch a massive assault against the Metcaine village, kidnapping Spider and capturing Jake. The humans plan to experiment on Spider in hopes of giving all humans the ability to survive naturally on Pandora. Neytiri infiltrates Bridgehead City alone to rescue Jake, aided secretly by marine biologist Ian Garvin, who has grown disgusted with the RDA's brutality. During the escape, Jake nearly kills Spider out of fear humanity will use him to destroy Pandora, but Neytiri finally accepts Spider as part of their family after he saves their lives. Meanwhile, Loic reunites with Payakan, the outcast Tulkun whale, just as the RDA prepares for a massive Tulkun slaughter during a rare migration event. Jake warns the Tulkun elders, but they refuse to fight until Payakan and another survivor convince them that hiding will only lead to extinction. Jake then reunites with Toruk, becoming Toruk Makto once again, and rallying Na'vi clans across Pandora for one final stand. The final battle begins at sea. Tulkun destroy hunting vessels while Na'vi riders attack aircraft overhead. The RDA fleet advances with Ash People warriors supporting them. Racho is killed during the fighting. Runal goes into labor during the chaos and gives birth, but she is mortally wounded afterward and dies, devastating Tonawari and the Metcaine clan. Neytiri rescues Ronal's newborn baby, Prill. Quaritch and Varang capture Neytiri during the battle. Jake and Loic race to rescue her, while Spider negotiates with Quaritch, offering himself in exchange for Neytiri's freedom. Quaritch takes Spider aboard his aircraft, but Jake intercepts him in midair and both crash onto giant floating rocks above the battlefield. Meanwhile, Kiri finally fully connects with Awa using help from Spider and Tuk. Awa responds on a massive scale. Pandora's wildlife attacks the human fleet. Sea creatures swarm ships, flying predators strike aircraft, and the environment itself turns against the invaders. Kiri spiritually overwhelms Varang by connecting cues with her, forcing Varang to experience Pandora's pain and terror directly. Varang flees in fear. Toruk destroys the RDA flagship inside a magnetic storm, killing General Ardmore. On the floating rocks, Jake and Quaritch fight one final time. Spider shoots Quaritch in the arm to save Jake, but Spider falls from the cliff. Quaritch catches Spider and hangs over the edge with him instead of letting him die. Jake pulls both of them up, briefly saving Quaritch too. When Neytiri and the children corner him afterward, Quaritch surrenders by jumping off the rocks into the fire and smoke below, leaving his fate unknown again. After the war, the surviving clans mourn their dead. Payakan is accepted back by the Tulkun. Jake and Neytiri begin healing emotionally. Loak finally feels accepted again by his father. In the final scenes, the Sully family connects to the underwater Ursoy spirit trees. Spider experiences Awa directly and meets the spirits of deceased Navi, including Grace Augustine. Kiri introduces Spider spiritually to Pandora as one of the people. The movie ends with Awa's network spreading across Pandora, while the surviving clans unite together, preparing for future conflicts still to come.
Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.